What's a very common thing that you just can't relate to?
Being quiet late at night when your parents are asleep. My parents are deaf.
I'm an office worker. I like my job and coworkers.
Preoccupation with lives of celebrities. Why? Why do people read about it or want to know what someone did today?
Fighting, yelling, hostility in relationships with my significant other. It could very well stem from my childhood, I guess. It's not to say we don't have disagreements or the relationship is flawless, but obstacles always have been resolved without much issue. Fortunately, this held true with all of my romantic relationships. I've always lived by the saying, conflict is inevitable, fighting is optional. Running a brush through my hair. I have very curly hair, so only finger brush it when it's wet, which isn't often. Seeing people grab a brush and run it through their hair when they've been in the wind or just to freshen up. I wish. Social media. I use it, but I never post photos or update people on everything I do.
I went to a Big Ten college. I swear everyone was having the time of their life but me. I couldn't wait to graduate.
Loving and wanting to spend time with your family. Had a terrible, awful childhood. As an adult, just lots of toxic interactions whenever anyone from my family got involved in my life, so all cut off. When I see people posting about their family and how much they love them, I just don't understand it. I don't understand my fiancé missing his mom, etc. I know I'm the anomaly, but just can't relate in any way.
Hanging out in loud, crowded places. Give me a place where you can actually have a conversation and elbow room.
Speaker phone in public. I barely even want to take a normal call anywhere in public with a whispered tone.
People taking out loans for their wedding expenses. One of the #1 reasons people get a divorce is money. No better way to start off your marriage than in debt, I guess.
Being able to do a normal amount of housework, errands, and still have plenty of energy left for hobbies. I have ADHD. ETA, wow, it's reassuring how many people, both with ADHD and other chronic conditions, relate to this. But please slow down on the comments a bit. I'm very overwhelmed RN.
Keeping up with the Joneses. I don't give a shit how nice or shiny your things are or mine aren't.
The requirement of drama. I've met so many people who are always in the midst of some drama, and then, when lacking in it, create it for themselves. They thrive off it. I mean, at a push I can understand it to an extent. It gives their lives meaning possibly, but then they try and drag people like myself into their drama. I think, the FK, not.
Having what is considered a normal social life.
Hating your wife. At least it's common where I live. My wife is amazing and we make each other better. Edit. Mandatory thank you for the awards. To answer some common questions, my wife and I have been married for nearly 5 years, we have hit the post-honeymoon phase, and we're both American.
Angry sex and makeup sex. Ew. What? No, if I'm mad at you I don't want you to fucking touch me. I don't have angry sex. I have angry abstinence.
Watching sport. I've got nothing against it, I just don't care. Having dreams and aspirations. I never thought I'd get to be an adult, so I never had dreams. By the way, thanks for the awards, guys. I've never gotten so many, so I appreciate all of you. Less than 3.
Gender reveal party.
Taking and sharing pictures of everything. Except for when I'm traveling. I take maybe 20 pics a year.
Watching streamers. I don't really enjoy watching other people play games for long stretches of time. I also don't really like watching sports either. I guess I just don't feel the same excitement some people do for this stuff.
No elbows on the table. Excuse the shit out of me for trying to be comfortable.
Not voicing your discomfort in certain situations. Too often I see that things could be solved if someone just spoke up, but it baffles me when they don't. Edit. My top comment all time. Neat. Thanks for the awards. I'll stay active here until it dies out. I just may take a few hours to answer.
Thinking that being a dick is funny.
Smoking. Nearly everyone in my family and all my friends smoke.
Big expensive weddings.
Sharing your whole, intimate life on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, etc. It's just gross.
Wanting to settle down by 30s.
Having a car payment. I've never actually had one. I always just buy a cheap car outright. Constantly saving a little bit for the next car is similar to a car payment, but if I miss a month, it doesn't really impact me or cause me stress.
The word daddy, used sexually.
Reality TV shows. What the hell is the appeal of a Chrisley or Jersey Shore?
Having a task to do and just doing it. I have depression and many simple tasks feel like walking with glass in my shoe. I know I can do them, and should, but I often just can't. Edit. I'm really grateful for all the awards and upvotes and for people reaching out. I'm doing pretty well lately, for those that expresses concern. I'm especially encouraged that more than 5,000 people found this relatable in some way. It sucks that we've all struggled, but it's so great to be reminded that you aren't alone. You aren't some freak or failure. At least 5,000 other people have had the same struggle. Keep fighting, friends. We've got this.
Internet couples that play awful pranks on each other. Like, YUPPP, how nice it is to be cruel to one another. Many love. Edit. Thanks for the awards, my dudes. Folded hands, medium light skin tone.
Restaurants that force their staff to act, sing or engage in fake banter. Just make my food please and leave the theater to the thespians.
The desire to have children.
Shallow dating. Such as dates only to FCK or apps for it, Tinder and such. I just can't handle it that well. For me, there needs to be emotional connection or nothing at all.
Having fun with huge groups of friends. I just can't understand how it's enjoyable, no matter how much I try, and it's frustrating.
Breaking a bone. Never broke a bone. Overconsuming alcohol. I'll have 2, sometimes 3 drinks. I'm done. I don't want to puke, I don't want to feel queasy and have a headache tomorrow. And I damn sure don't want to lose my license and go to jail.
Sneaking booze out of your parents' liquor cabinet. I hear stories about teens doing that, and there was plenty of access in my house, but I never touched it.
Bad smells. I was born without a sense of smell and have no concept of sense. My wife especially loves when I pass gas in very inappropriate places, i.e. confined cars. I find it hilarious when she reacts to particularly nasty ones, as I have absolutely no ability to understand what it's like for her. They're just funny sounds to me. Cool. Edit. I also once almost died from a gas leak. My wife, GF at the time, went away for a weekend and seemingly shortly after she left, the pilot light on the stove blew out. When she came home 3 days later she could smell the gas from street level. We were on the 3rd floor, and I was just happily sitting in it. Needless to say, we only have electric appliances these days.
All of my friends love to get dressed up, buy overpriced drinks, and take pictures. That's their idea of fun. I just don't get it.
People who feel the need to post nasty, negative comments on others' posts on social media. Don't like it? Scroll past. Unfollow, unsubscribe. The world has enough negativity without it.
TikTok. People who can identify cars by make and model just by sight. Outside of Jeeps and Volkswagens, I simply have no clue what different manufacturers look like. If you asked me to describe a car, I'd probably only be able to give you its color.
The obsession with branded things. Clothes with the brand's name on them just look tacky for me. I'd much rather have a regular old graphic tee instead of a t-shirt with Gucci on the front in gigantic bold capital letters. It's pretty whatever most of the time, wear what you want and all that, but the obsession becomes incredibly annoying when people act like they're better than you because they spend several $100s on a single shirt.
That trope where the husband is a useless piece of lazy shit who couldn't possibly feed himself or care for the kids and house without your divine feminine guidance. It used to make me feel bad, like am I supposed to be running this shit by myself while my man just lies on the couch after work? But then I realized no, it's the trope that's shitty. It's everywhere though, and women think it's somehow cute or empowering to perpetuate it.
Getting upset with people for things they are not in control of.
Small talk.